Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Paul Rand. With me is my co host, Bernie McDonald. And this is Blasphemous Act by Quarkforge. We're coming to you live from one of our esteemed local establishments and location sponsor, Northeast Collectibles. They've been very kind to us, so feel free to come down and check them out at northeastcollectibles.net. Today we have a guest. His name is Jimmy, so everyone give him a warm welcome and say hello. We're on the air.
Well, hello, Jimmy. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah. Thanks.
So,
Yeah, this is your mic there.
Thank you. It's always nice seeing you guys.
So here we are. We're live. It's season 1, episode 5 of Blasphemous Act. Lorwyn came out last time. We did a bit of a draft. It was slow.
that's one way of putting it. Yes, it was slow, but we have Jimmy here. Jimmy, why don't you tell us a little bit about your history with Magic?
So mine, I think, is kind of in between both of your histories, where you have an established long understanding of the game, and a large collection as well that spans the whole history, I feel. But for myself, I actually played when I was much younger, and I got some cards from that time from Fifth Dawn, Mirrodin, and Kamigawa, and I really enjoyed it, but I just stopped playing. The game was expensive for me at the time, and I think it was individuals like Paul, but not Paul in this situation, who just got me back in the game like four years ago or so, and I kind of went heavy into buying cards again. So
It hasn't stopped being expensive.
no, I just got adult money, so
That does help.
yeah.
The other stuff that comes with it, not so much. But yes, adult money does help.
It allows you to at least play.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I guess you could say I've been start to finish. Not really. I started with revised.
Still, I consider that pretty much the start in terms of any true Magic person, because it's hard to get into the beginning of any game.
Right. Revised was when it was really just kicking off.
Yeah.
This was, by the way, back when the Black Lotus was about 150,
Yeah, I wish I
150.
wish I could have bought a couple back then.
Yeah, it would have been a solid retirement plan.
Yeah, or just great to use.
I certainly would have. But yeah, so you wanted.
So like, you know how if when you were younger you watched Mr. Rogers, he brought in a tape to show everyone?
Yeah.
You brought in a tape to show us, except for it's not a tape, it's a box.
Well, I figured that I would open Spiderman collector box today because I had purchased it when I was optimistic about the set, and I really had hoped that I'd be able to hold it longer. In terms of some boxes I hold for value, and some I do like to open just for the experience. And this was one that was going to be on the fence for me, which way I was going to lean, and I decided that I'm going to open this one just because the set, I think, is beautiful, but mechanically I think it failed in some areas, and I think that a lot of people kind of bailed on the product because a lot better products are coming out. I think Avatar, Final Fantasy, Lorwyn, and hopefully the upcoming sets are all doing much better in terms of reception. So
I will say the Lorwyn cards are beautiful and functional. That is nice.
functionality,
Yeah.
extremely important, but yes, the beauty on them, I'm excited to open some product on that. I've only opened one pack of it so far, so yeah, you guys have had a lot more opportunity than me.
Yeah, we've opened a few packs.
Yeah.
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 Incidentally, while you're opening that and showing us what's in it, we're going to start sleeving these Lorwyn Commander packs.
You guys gonna be playing that today?
I don't think we're gonna play today.
I don't
Although,
think we have the room on the table.
yeah. So I'll hand that off to you.
I figured you'd hand me the 5 one.
We'll go over the contents of these later. Right now, we're gonna focus on the exciting stuff.
Yeah,
These are pretty static as far as what's in them.
this is true.
So overall for this box, there are still a couple of really good hits mechanically, and there's some really good hits in terms of value. But overall, I think no one would be surprised if you weren't aiming for the Soul Ring of any variety. I was lucky
The
enough
Soul
to
Ring?
Soul Stone.
To be fair, I could use some spare soul rings.
Yeah,
No,
well, if you need any, let me know.
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
I came across my stash of them last night.
Though I think my spouse needs them more than I do. For a Tifa commander deck, now that they finally got Tifa from a pack from here at Northeast Collectibles.
Got some sleeves for you.
Ah, thank you.
There you go.
I got some sleeves for you too if you want to sleeve these.
I brought some penny sleeves in case
Okay.
I needed any. But I'm glad I have my favorite fan in the audience.
Just one?
Okay, favorite fans.
There you go.
I'm not going to identify which I was inferring at first. My wife and child.
Probably a smart move.
They are a combined unit at this point.
Yeah, that's how I treat it. Oh wow, this is much better sealed than the other three I opened. It's glued.
It's glued. Oh no. Well, we know how to deal with glued cards.
Well, no, I did get this from a local store. Just I try and stick to 3 local stores to try and share the wealth as it is in terms of keeping them all afloat.
Yes.
So
You single-handedly are.
yeah, you know what? I do what I can for the community. So honestly, it's been so long on this one. I believe the hits are in the back of the collector pack on this one. But I don't know if I should be. I love the beauty on this.
Yeah, I will say this card right here is unique. It is it's a very weird unicorn. I don't know if people can see that, but it's a very weird unicorn.
I don't think they can. But
Look it up. It's Massive Mysteries. It's the second option for Commander for the 5 card Lorwyn Eclipsed Commander deck, also known as Dance of the Elements.
okay, so I just pulled the best card in the set, which is the Bagel and Schmear. I'm just putting it out there.
I think just last night we were talking about how much Bernie just adores Bagel Schmear.
Not the word I used.
No, it's not. But Bagel Schmear did come up.
Well,
I don't think I can say the words I used on the stream.
Well, I'd say it's the example of why I decided to open this set, because the cards in the back of it that are the hits are beautiful, but mechanically they have so many shoved in cards like the pigeon, the guy in a chair, the Bagel and Schmear, that it lands flat for a lot of different pieces. The amount of hits that you want in this set are about 10, in my opinion. Like Anti-Venom, amazing. Ben Riley, I really like. I like Spider. It's not Spider Rock. Punk Spider. Spider Punk. That's it.
Spider-Punk. There you go.
Got to it eventually. Gwenum.
Gwenum, yep.
Gwenum's a really great one. And then obviously, again, the Soul Stone.
Yep, Soul Stone.
But yeah, since the camera's so far away, unless I get something amazing, I don't know if I'll be able to turn them all.
No, but you can say
effectively
what
to
they
it.
are. And at least some of the audience can.
Yeah.
If you find something particularly good,
Well, that is one of the biggest priced cards in the normal set of. It's Mary Jane Watson, so it's pretty good mythic.
okay.
It's also the comic book version. Of
Yeah, it is the comic book version. I don't know if we'll be able to get that. I've got long arms. I think I got that well enough.
Yeah, you held it a lot closer than we ever seem to.
Yeah, whenever a spider you control enters, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. 2 cost. Pretty great card overall.
Yeah.
Arcane Weaver. Arachno Weaver. Not that. Ooh. See, this is what I'm talking about, though, in terms of the sets. Just art overall. I love the comic aesthetic. It just...
I like some of them. Some of them.
Well, it's the old style art for these ones. It's just they literally brought them in, and that's I think the reason to open one of these sets now, because it's just you're getting it for nostalgia if you're a fan of the property.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I am a fan of that particular card. The art and all that, that's nice too, but I do like that card.
Yeah, destroy 6 target creatures, and it is very thematic. It's very on point for the Sinister Six.
Yep, it is.
And it's a 6 cost drop, so they literally, across the board, were really nailing the theme on that. And that's what I didn't get to sit with you guys on the Avatar, but Avatar is one of my favorite sets.
Oh yeah, they nailed that.
They nailed the thematic nature of Avatar as a whole, but I also just love that the set is just beautiful and mechanically sound.
Now, it's funny you mentioned Avatar, and we did open stuff Avatar. We did Avatar Jumpstart boosters, and we've also given away a few of those. Um, the cards seem thinner, more floppity than these ones right here.
Well,
More-
we can take a quick break, and we can determine that right now with my completed Avatar set.
Oh,
Besides,
you got everything?
besides the 5 most expensive cards, because I am not spending $1,000 per card or 4 to 5,000 on the most expensive
No, he preferred
card.
to spend 1,000 on all the cards.
Yeah, we'll say it was 1,000. Yeah, we'll say that. So let's do a non-foil just to see what the feel is for you in terms of difference.
So feel that, and then okay, that one was
Okay,
the best example, but
That feels pretty spot on to me.
this one. Hold on, there was a earlier one. I think it was literally the immediate previous one was felt thicker.
I don't know much about their production process.
Like if you bend it slightly,
No, I did.
it has more resist.
I think they're pretty dang identical, but I do know they have 2 major printing locations. So they have either Japanese or American printers, which
Right.
that does to me the big identification where you can tell the difference is whether one feels glossy and one is much
Yes,
more rough.
that is something that I have noticed.
That's the difference. The thing that's really interesting is
That's rough, buddy.
I noticed the difference heavily between bundles and actual play boxes. So I feel like more of the bundles are produced in one of the two than the play boxes. Because play boxes for me, it's 50-50 whether I'm getting one from one feel or another. But for bundles, I consistently get rough.
The big things that I noticed was actually when I was opening the Final Fantasy art boxes.
Yeah.
Right.
Which you got
those-
right here at Northeast Collectibles, or
Yes.
some of them. At least.
Those felt very almost grainy.
Yeah, that grainy
for
feeling.
the packs that were in them, and it for things that are made or designed around these foil art cards. I got them, and the cards were pringled. They came
absolutely hate
bent
it.
like that, and I was like,
Do you feel
"Really?"
like it's moisture from the factory, like when they're actually doing the printing process?
So, as far as that goes, no. I think that has more to do with how those ones were packaged in particular, because they were not in a foil pack like that. They were in like a paper pack.
I also want each of you to open one of these because this is one of the most resistance I've ever felt on a collector booster pack, and I've opened a lot of collector booster packs.
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I've only ever opened one.
That's true, and it was 2 weeks ago.
Yep. So,
Live on this channel.
Oh, and here we go. I got Bigelow and Schmear, and then I got City Pigeon. I am really nailing it for
Yep.
the
You're getting your
theme,
value.
the theme on the brand here. Yeah.
now, one thing that I did do. Oh, you got both of them.
I got
You got another bagel and schmear right
and
on.
the City
Is
Pigeon.
it
and
foil?
They're all foil in the
Oh,
collector.
look at that foil cream cheese.
It kind of makes it look moldy from this angle.
Well, you know what? That's thematic to the production, I feel.
Oh! I just want to point out our. You can hold it. You have longer arms. Our thematic card for the channel, Blasphemous Act. There we go. It's in Lorwyn.
Oh, okay. But what I did with the Final Fantasy cards is I went on Amazon. I bought a couple humidity control packs, right? I think they were 59% humidity control packs, and put the cards in a sealed container with these packs, and they flattened out.
Interesting.
So this is interesting. Back-to-back card pulls of the same card, different art. So, of course, that's on my own cards. That's all right then. At least it's not on theirs. I really wonder for this set because it was much smaller than, say, Avatar and Final Fantasy in terms of the production overall. I'm wondering if it's much more common for people to get many dupes inside the same packs because it's a rare thing for me to get dupes in the same collector pack for like most sets I do. But Spider-Man, a lot of the regular packs I felt the exact same feeling.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that because it's a smaller set, you have that smaller card pool. When you're comparing it to Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy core set, if you collect them all by the number that's printed on the bottom, had, what was it, 499, 599 numbered cards.
Significant.
Then they had different number sets for the commanders.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm in the process of trying to collect all of that, and
All of the Final Fantasy.
all of Final Fantasy. I
So
am about
myself with Avatar and you with that.
halfway there.
And me with Star Trek, assuming they don't cancel it, please don't cancel it.
Yeah, I don't think you'll have any problem with them canceling it. It's a problem whether they do it well. Yeah, I could see
Yeah.
them. I could see them doing something like transporter control panel, something like stupid,
Oh,
like instead of bagel and schmear, it's like,
Oh.
or like captain's log,
or replicated food.
or replicated food. That's what I'm saying. Or the
They do need a captain's log. That'd be funny.
okay. If they had a replicator, that could actually be pretty good.
Okay,
You know,
in terms
tap
of-
to like create a food token or something.
okay, like transporter, yes, thematic, that'd be pretty cool. Like it'd be like blinking or flashing off the field. Like,
Or making a creature unblockable.
yes, exactly, because you're like putting it behind their lines or something. But
Right.
thematically, they work great. But I feel like there's so many opportunities for them to do it poorly.
Well, okay, so when you're talking about Star Trek, and this is my biggest concern about the set, you have 50 years of history here.
And counting.
And each episode generally had different characters, right? So if you're talking, unless you're going to only have the main crew from the main sets, there's going to be a lot of people that are upset because their favorite episode didn't have that main character featured in the set.
I mean, yeah, they kind of
Yeah.
need to do, like Dalek and Gelada Tanagra or whatever, but that was one episode.
And
And I'm just, if anybody from Wizards is watching, I'm warning you, do not mess up the tribbles. You have to nail that.
It has to be. It has to be token generation.
or proliferation. It doesn't have to be token generation.
I
It could-
feel like it needs to be. You need to have a table with 50,000 triple tokens.
So that is a different mechanic. So it can be something like, when this comes into play, create a triple token, and then every turn populate. And populate copies copies tokens.
Right.
Yeah.
Creature tokens. So it doesn't have to be proliferate, but
Yeah.
different P word can work.
What I'm saying is proliferate would make one giant triple. I want to make a lot of little triples.
True. Okay. I secede my point.
It would also be awesome if they had a mechanic where you could give them away to other players.
So on a side
And
note,
make them populate.
I feel like I did just get a good pack
Oh,
in
okay.
terms of showing off
Oh, that
because
is.
Okay.
I all of these I do think are hits in terms of just thematics, power, and
Spider Pig?
Spider Ham.
Yeah.
Yes, Peter Porker. So I don't know if I can show all these to the camera quite well. Not as
Why don't we move your drink a little bit?
what? So I don't knock it again?
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of thematics for the overall, I really think that this is the reason to open these types of packs. They're just amazing art. Again, would I have liked them to do less than the 37 or whatever Spider-Man they did? Yes. But do I enjoy seeing a bunch of Spider-Man?
I mean,
Yes.
here's a stone. It's not the soul stone, but here's a stone.
Follower Stone is pretty nice.
One mana of any color that a land an opponent controls can produce.
Yeah.
Where did I put that wrapper for the pack I just opened? No, I have no idea.
Wow, it's under the box.
Thank
There you go.
Because I'll separate them quickly after I get all of them open just to pick out the big hits from it. But again, unfortunately, I think you only need to go about 9 cards into this set and you're already down to the below $20 mark. if it's not one of the raised or etched, I don't even know which they're referring it to, foils of Spider-Man, which there are about, I think, 7 variations of. And if it's not one of the Soul Stones, and if it's not one of the high-end comic art ones, you've pretty much struck out on the pack, value-wise. Nostalgia, that's a whole other point, and that's again why I'm opening it.
Now, there is one thing that I'm going to bring up that might be hopeful for the set, maybe, and that is got to be kind of a long story here. They are releasing, coming soon, a commander deck that has a card that does something with Miracle, right?
Yes.
Yep, and that's huge. There is an old card, like alpha card, called Library of Leng.
So a card that I definitely won't own.
I've got a few of them. So
of course.
if you're,
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh yes,
if you're interested,
and they're
I can
running
get
how
you
much
a copy
right now?
Yeah.
Well, the price of them went up by a factor of 10 over the last week,
Okay.
and
But it was like $1.20 before, so $12.
Yeah.
To 20.
And when I went to Card Kingdom 2 days ago, they were completely sold out.
Wow.
So
this is what I'm talking about the set, though. Yet again, I just opened a back-to-back pack where now I have another Spider-Ham, Peter Porker, full art. So
Nice.
Back-to-back packs. Variety. I really...
yeah,
It's that fine line.
there is definitely something to be said for opening larger sets in these, but the larger set is going to make it harder to get the ones that you want.
Yes.
So trade-offs.
Trade-offs indeed.
Anyway, Library of Leng, 1 mana for an artifact.
Okay, I did just pull one of the best cards. Eddie Brock, the comic art. I think this one's about $55.
Nice.
Okay, nice.
So, and this is foil, which it doesn't have to be, because that's another gripe I have with collector packs. Sometimes you don't get the foil of the mythic rares. That to me is a huge detractor, because it's the only place that these comic art ones show up really in actually at all. I think it's period. And I just wish they'd all be foil, as long as they're not curled.
Yes. Oh, I mean, well, okay, so like that one in particular, that's a double-sided card,
It is. Right? It is
which is going to make it difficult for that one to curl.
Yeah,
because
beautiful.
what happens when they curl is either the card gets too hydrated or dehydrated, and the foil isn't effective. So if it gets dehydrated, the cardboard begins to shrink, and it bends the card away from the foil. It's the cardboard part is shrinking, and if it goes the other way, if it's too hydrated, it bends the card towards the foil, right? Where that's a double foil, it's not going to bend anywhere.
Sounds like you need to store your foils in a card press, which you can actually print now on 3D printer if you have one.
I do not.
I do.
You hear that though, right? This is like...
It sounds rugged.
Yeah, this is... I like my packs to be secure, but I don't like it to be Fort Knox.
They didn't want the Spiderman escaping.
Yeah, something special.
I've never seen a pack of 100 sleeves that was exactly 100 sleeves before.
I might go for the whole. I might go for the whole collection of like the add-on cards here from these packs.
Look at that.
So, City Pigeon, Bagel and Schmear, and now Hot Dog Cart. I believe I'm just missing for the quadfecta here is the guy in chair.
Which, to be fair, the guy in chair has a use if you're playing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm not sold on it.
Hold on, let's make sure I pronounce his name correctly, since I usually don't. Raquel,
yep, okay.
Raquel. We are currently opening cards. We will also be talking about some other things like, the Lorwyn Commander packs and the TNT stuff that was spoiled a little bit. TMNT.
And by spoiled, he means shipped early with a different set.
Yes. But we do plan to do more than just open cards. These are Spider-Man collector boosters, which could potentially maybe have a soul stone.
Wow.
Which
Right
at the
side
rate
up.
things are going, he'll open
Throwing
it
them
and
at me
probably
now.
drop it in his drink. Promptly.
Promptly. Yeah, no, I'm accident prone, and I don't think this will ever change.
Well, I am too, so it's okay.
All right.
Oh, I forgot about this one. It's a rare, and it's one of those things that it's a great card, but in terms of its naming and art, rent is due.
Rent-
Absolutely.
Rent is due.
I was talking about that just yesterday.
Yeah.
Funny enough. And it was, I don't like it because it reminds me of having to pay my rent.
I don't mind it so much.
Okay,
We have
art.
a EO Thorn on YouTube.
Yeah, that's a pretty
saying
good
hi, hello,
Yeah.
how are you?
Yeah, again, the art on these cards, absolutely gorgeous.
It is really good art. And, Lorwyn also has really good art, I would say.
It does. I can't agree more with that. They've nailed it for some of the sets, and then
The TMNT Pizza Lands, we're going to get to that. Oh my word.
We'll get there. I do want to take a second and say hi to EO Thorn.
What about Rec Held? Yes.
Yeah, I said hi to Raquel.
Oh, okay.
And acknowledge that you said his name more or less correct.
I'm working on it.
So, yeah. But yeah, I definitely don't mind rent is due.
title and
You're a
art.
homeowner,
I
so
do.
you know.
This is actually also one of the cards to shoot for in this set, Electro Assaulting Battery. So I'm not upset at all with this because it's got a lot of utility index for a 3 cost.
I like the eyes.
The eyes are pretty great on it too.
Yep.
You can look up Electro Assaulting Battery if you want to be looking at it as well. But the great thing about it that I think pairs very well, the reason this one spiked after Avatar came out was that you don't lose unspent red mana from steps and phase ends when the firebending gives you it when you attack. So this one, I was literally looking for a second one because I'm going to be building some firebending decks.
Oh.
And I think more than one copy is always welcome.
Are you building these firebending decks to counter my spouse's landfall / earthbending deck?
No, I just really love Avatar, so I'll probably be making multiple.
They're going to be making a earthbending deck that complements Tifa.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Specifically, executing lands to complement Tifa.
Sounds
And-
complicated and convoluted, and I can't wait.
and as I said at the beginning, Ben Riley is also a great card to shoot for. So I'm actually getting some very utilizable cards from this set with some beauty in the art. So.
Good.
And then you've got the old art like this, which I can agree I'm not the biggest fan of. Doc Ock, Armed and Dangerous.
That is really close to his eyes. Or goggles, I guess you
Yeah,
would
it's
say.
very, it's something. But also, it's a dang 8 cost.
You know,
5
when
and 3.
I mean, it's Doc Ock. It has to be 8.
when I met my wife,
I did not.
I met her on an online dating site, and the picture on that card is very reminiscent of the picture I had posted as my profile pic.
So, you were coming across as a villain and she dated you anyway?
You know, I'll take that. That sounds a lot better than the reality of it. The reality of it was I took a picture of myself and got way too close.
This was years before the selfie was perfected.
Incidentally, she and I are going on 10 years now, so
Yes.
My wife and I are going on 10 years.
congratulations.
Not for marriage.
Oh, okay.
Dating.
I was married
Into
10 years
marriage.
last year.
Yeah, we just hit our fifth anniversary. We remembered the next day.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't quite remember the day of. So what's your guys' thought on art cards?
Thank you, Rec Held on congratulating for 10 years. I don't know which one it was to, but we'll all say thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Different 10-year sets.
Yeah, I'll get to yours someday.
Now, I am going to say I know Raquel personally, and my wife and I celebrate our dating anniversary on his wedding anniversary.
Is it really?
That is the first time that we can definitively say we were together was at his wedding. We were together before then.
That's hilarious because that's when I first met you. Well, yeah, both of you.
Yep. So, yep.
So we finished leaving. Did you want us to open so we can experience how tough it was?
I think that would be very appropriate. And then if you guys pull a soul stone, I'll be very upset that I didn't pull it.
Okay, so what am I looking for here again? Not the soul stone, the guy in a chair?
I forgot one.
Peter Parker's yeah, okay.
Peter Parker's camera is in that grouping. Oh,
I mean, that's a pretty impressive camera.
So this is more difficult, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as art cards go, I am collecting all the art cards from the Final Fantasy set.
Now, see, that makes sense. But
do I keep them from the other sets? No.
And out of the Final Fantasy games, of which there are what, 17,000?
Mainline, there's 16.
Right.
And there's all kinds of other ones.
There's Tactics, I know.
I love Tactics.
And how many of them have you not played? Might be a better question.
One.
One.
I have not played Final Fantasy Origins.
Okay. Well, I just pulled the best card in the entire set, Human Citizens in foil.
okay, that's a token.
Well, I got extra arms.
Oh, here's another one you hadn't pulled yet. It's Passenger Ferry.
I forgot about that. So maybe there's like 7, 8 of them.
And
I
it's-
really tried to just fill
And
this
it's
set
the
out.
one from the movies.
I got a subway train.
Okay, so maybe 10. We're just getting...
A gallant citizen. Okay.
Yeah, they just ran out of ideas or needed to fill.
Oh, a planes. Lovely, lovely.
But while you guys are also flipping through those, this is what I'm talking about. I just pulled this Doc Arc Armed and Dangerous rare in my last pack. I pulled it in this. And it's just the frequency in which you're pulling duplicate rares and mythic rares is just odd. Was that arachnophobia? Yeah, arachnogenesis. I have been wanting to pull that card since the set came out.
Well, congratulations. I pulled it for you.
Well, thank you.
I got...
I've got a deck I want to put in, and you pulled Multiversal Passengers. So that is also one of the like $9 cards in the set, I believe. Where it's one of the more valuable ones.
I got a triple land, Oscorp Industries.
I love Tri-Lands. They're
And then we
great
got
in any deck, in my opinion.
Villainous
That's
Wrath.
a triple color. Don't think that's of any value.
Yeah,
Great art.
They think it's value. They made it a rare.
Okay.
Imposter Syndrome. You have to show that one on camera there. Because it's, the classic Spider-Man pointing at each other.
No, it's you. No, it's you.
And then Mystic Confluence.
Yeah.
And Rocket-Powered Goblin Glider. As a rare.
Ooh.
I don't remember what that one does, but that is a equipment, right?
Is an equipment. If it was cast from your graveyard, attach it to target creature you control. So you only get to attach it for free if you pull it out of the trash.
A lot of decks do that, though. So Graveyard Recursion's pretty powerful mechanic.
It just tells you the Goblin Glider is clearly made of trash. Equipped creature gets 2/0 Flying Haste. Equipped for 2, Mayhem for 2.
So I had another question for you guys in terms of your opinions on how they've been changing sets around.
Okay.
They have, obviously, art cards. They've redesigned the prevalence of where they're appearing. So they used to be in set boosters. We no longer have set boosters. We have play boosters in their place.
Yep.
So that's where you originally got them, and then they started filling them into the collector boosters as well.
Yep.
And I personally think it's a much better place for them to be in collector boosters and get your tokens in your play booster packs and get your art cards in something that's literally meant to be for people who are more appreciative of either the artwork or the higher cost cards of the set itself.
As long as it doesn't offset the number of playable cards you get.
Oh no, it would be
Yeah.
taking the place of the token slot, which is already something that's
Okay.
replaced, or it never replaced a card that you're going to get.
So, for me personally, I've always felt that the token slot is a waste of a slot. I have a bunch of them. I've kept them, and I can't really tell you how many times they've actually been used. It's so rare that I actually say, "Hey, I'm going to go to my token box and get one of these," because normally I pull out a token and I'm just like, "Okay, well, here's a dice telling me how many of this thing that I have." You know,
Yeah.
I feel like the token is kind of a waste, and if I really, really wanted it, I would write on a forest.
So I'm the person who if I have time when I'm building, I will grab a token and slide it in my commander deck, like on the sideboard to like have it to be able to be pulled out.
I have done that, and I shuffle them into the deck religiously.
I avoid that by covering tokens with, penny sleeves only. They feel different.
So you're
I don't-
smarter than me.
I don't put them
I
in.
purposely don't sleeve them to identify the difference, but I like your plan better because it still protects the token.
And it's still flippable
True.
because they're double-sided typically.
I would rather them include an extra basic land.
Oh, that would that
then-
would be pretty nice.
If I wanted a token, write on it.
I
Whatever.
will say, for the most part, I'm fine with generic tokens as long as I can keep track of it. Because sometimes it's hard if you have 800 tokens. I do want 800,000 triple tokens. I'm just saying.
Okay, tokens. Now that we're on that, I got to get on my soapbox here. Avatar.
We didn't bring us so far.
No. You guys talked about it, and I was so mad still. The fact they didn't do a cabbage as a food token.
Yeah.
The biggest missed
They didn't?
opportunity.
If you're-
No, they did not.
If,
Well, okay.
if you're gonna have,
An iconic
yeah,
piece of not pop culture, but
it's
property.
part of that culture.
it is.
And yes, it's a missed opportunity. And if they're just gonna force people to open these packs and have a token, at least make it good.
So I just thought of at least the one reason they could have had to not include them. To make every Magic the Gathering player out there who's a fan of Avatar to be like, my cabbages, because they're missing.
Maybe.
Rec wants something other than pennies for ice and snow counters. He has a 300 card Blizzard deck, which has a lot of that, if I recall.
No, thank you. I'd never want to shuffle a 300 card deck in my life.
I 3D printed him something to hold it, so it doesn't fall over.
So
Well, okay, so on that note, let me go to my extras here. Where did they go? These commander decks have been coming with, I don't know if you can see it, these tokens, right? Now, I'm not saying that you can, they would have the ice or snow counters or whatever, but I'm pretty sure we can figure out a way to make one of these have a snowflake on it.
Or we could 3D print something.
Right, yeah.
Be a pretty 2D, 3D print, but there you go.
yeah. I did have one other question for you guys, though, in terms of sets changing recently.
Okay.
The card that I've been holding up for a little while here is Green Goblin Nemesis.
Yeah.
It is from so Avatar, I know it as the Eternal set. I don't know if they're saying that for all the sets when it's the supplementary set inside of a set. Are they all called Eternal sets? Like, so you've got your main set that you can pull from a play booster box.
Yep.
But then you have your additional ones that are pulled from your Jumpstart packs, from the collector booster
Yep.
packs. I am curious of your opinions on the scene box art cards being pullable from collector packs. So this is a scene pack card where you buy the box and you get the 6 cards that all connect.
Yeah.
And they connect. They put them in these, and to me, it makes it completely. It negates the reason for that product in my mind. I'm like, why would you buy the scene box if you can either purchase this on the secondary market, or you can pull it yourself from this? I don't know. Maybe I'm taking a strong stance on it, but
No, I think you are correct there. That does kind of make it moot. Now, I don't know how they did that with the Final Fantasy set, because the scene boxes came out so far after the original
So they are not in
release.
it. Those ones are different in that regard.
Right. And I did buy...
But Avatar you can pull. This Spider-Man you can pull.
Yeah. I shouldn't say I bought. I bought half of them, and then I was gifted the other half of the scene boxes. And big fan of those. I love those cards. But if I bought those and then somebody was like, I got the good one in this pack, I'd be a little angry.
Yeah. The reason I'm not angry is because I was the person who pulled one of the good ones from a pack. But it's like I get that exact feeling that
Right.
like why did I did buy the scene box for Avatar, and I opened it, and I would have preferred to keep it sealed.
But that's also kind of why a lot of players were initially angry at Magic 30, right? Magic 30 came out. There was a bunch of cards printed that were on the reserve list, and Wizards' rationale for saying this is fine is they had a special border and a different back, so they were not playable cards. You basically proxies. And then people heard about the price and everybody got angry.
Very expensive proxy. Yeah.
Yes, they were super expensive proxy cards. But it's the same thing. Like if I had a Black Lotus, we talked about that earlier, back when they were $150, and then there was literal decades, 30 years of them saying we are never going to reprint this card, and then they reprinted it, I'd be a little salty.
Yeah. No,
And it's the same concept.
Yeah.
We're being told, by the way, that the My Cabbages also shows up in a World of Warcraft scene for the Battle of Azeroth, where you're riding a horse, and yeah, that happens. Or riding a horse in cart. Oh, a horse through a cart.
You're riding a horse through the cart.
I'm assuming a cabbage cart.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
And so it's happened again to me where I got two different arts of the same exact card in a single pack. So again, the variations are quite crazy to me that it's so common to pull cards in the Spider-Man set.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. So Spider-Man 2099 is what I pulled two of in the same pack.
Huh.
Where it just...
Yeah.
To me, I love that they're both different arts at least, but again, it defeats some of the feeling of opening a pack.
I think I've only had that happen once.
It's happened 3 times already.
No, total. Ever in my life. I think it's only happened once where I had the card and then the card again, same art, but in foil.
That's happened to me
Might
multiple
have happened
times.
twice.
In regular packs.
I think I also had it happen with the art and then the full art.
Yeah.
So I guess it's happened twice, not once. To me. Not to you, where it happens every day.
It seems like it does always happen when I open
And
packs,
3
regardless
times
of
on
what set.
Sundays.
I will say I had a very fun time opening my collector booster packs for both Final Fantasy and for Avatar. Those were enjoyable pack openings, whether or not I got value out of it. This one is artistically feeling good opening, but again, I knew opening this no matter what I was not going to be getting the value back out of it.
There's an art card.
So second art card out of 10 packs so far, signed one.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't remember the rates. Back when it was in set packs, I believe the rate was 1 in 5 were signed. It might have been different than that, but they are nice. But again, it feels better, I think, to get them in a collector pack than in a play pack. I'd rather get my lands and my tokens from those. So we are getting to the very end. Taxi driver, daily bugle reporters, it's all these filler cards. I really... Aunt May, Flash Thompson, Spider-Mobile. Like, there are some great pieces here for theme
Another
maps.
imposter.
But that's what I'm saying. Oh, 2 Spider Senses in the same pack, so I had a double.
It's pretty impressive.
That's the same art, too. Well, it's just foil.
It is, which again,
I'm sorry.
So that is a good card, Hide on the Ceiling. Hide on the Ceiling, exile X target artifacts or creatures, return the exiled cards to the battlefield under the owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. X and a blue.
Okay.
I like it for certain decks that I play in styles, but not for everyone. But
Okay.
And then full art, again, beautiful cards, but very little playability in my mind, like Hunter's Insight. Just choose a target creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker this turn, draw that many cards. I think they're one-offs that are very confined in your ability to utilize them well. I think there's better cards to place in a deck than throwing that into your 99.
Yeah.
Again, if you
It's
like
solid draw power, but it's...
if you like to play a 1 or 2 tier deck, absolutely fine. But I just don't think that will ever make it into a 4 or 5 deck.
And, Spider-Man's a hero. He shouldn't be 1 or 2 tier anyway.
Okay, for
I'm
that.
going to hold my tongue on that.
Okay, so he's technically considered a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. But, in the MCU, he's gone to space.
So, on a side note, you made me think of something else. I don't know if you guys have already talked about this on the podcast coming up about how you guys have Spider-Man, which already came out, TMNT, which you're going to talk about, which is coming up.
Okay.
How do you feel about 2 planes in Magic in succession pretty much being New York? What's your thoughts on that?
I've seen people complain about that. If it's going to be out of universe sets, I don't mind that much. And the reason why I don't mind that much that they're doing it is because so many things take place in New York. You could do, I don't know, Taxi with Danny DeVito or whatever it was. Not that they'd ever do a set with that. It being New York.
So my thoughts on it are, while these things happen, they are pretty clearly different New Yorks.
This is true.
Right? In the Spider-Man New York is very different from like the Doctor Who New York.
I totally forgot Doctor Who has many episodes that take place.
A few. Yes,
I think
there's a
it's 3 or
few.
4.
Yes, but it's also, there's a lot of Doctor Who episodes.
Yes,
if- If you assume that each universe is infinite, and then there are infinite universes within the multiverse, it makes sense to me that there are multiple New Yorks. And I'm actually kind of okay with that. It will be weird to me when they start saying, we're going to have Doctor Who in the Spider-Man set.
In the Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man set. That would be weird to me. And beyond that, I don't know. I don't care.
Disney buys BBC and starts their own Doctor Who.
The rent is due. So I think we're getting to a point where that might happen soon with the TMNT set. Because specifically in the TMNT set, many people who are much more eagle-eyed than myself have already pointed out that they've used different corporations for who created the goo, slime, whatever it was that I don't remember the canonical biological method that changes the turtles, but they have 2 different corporation names on different artworks, which canonically do take place in different TMNT universes. So in the same set, we're having, just like with Spider-Man, we have a bunch of different multiversal different pieces here. We're already getting to the point where 2 sets out of the last year are going to have different places taking place, like settings taking place where you could theoretically have another person come into it from another property.
Recheld is saying Doctor Who makes sense anywhere because they go everywhere.
Right.
And that's true. There have been Doctor Who Star Trek crossover comics. Didn't know if you read those before. It's the Cyberman teaming up with the Borg.
That would be interesting, and I would. I can't see them printing a full-on Universes Beyond set based on that.
No, of course
but
not.
I could probably see them doing, like. Oh my gosh, what's the name of it?
Secret Lair.
A Secret Lair, based on that specific instance.
Which the most recent one was Fallout.
Yes.
I ordered one. You ordered at least one.
All of them, yeah.
That would be at least one.
Which, it's one of those things where if we want to dive into Secret Lair, I'm a big buyer. So I have a lot of strong thoughts on both ends of the spectrum here, where I absolutely love the dog meat secret layer in terms of the aesthetics and art. I love dogs.
Okay.
I would have never guessed.
Dog meat is honestly my favorite character in the Fallout series. I have played the complete heck out of Fallout 3, Fallout 4, probably over 1,000 hours each. Uh, Am I mad that the value of the card's playability for the dog meat set is probably about $6 to $7? Yes, because I'm buying something more for the fact that it's a property I love inside of a property I play than the fact that the cards will most likely never go in any usable deck. If I make a tier 1 fun deck, yeah, they can go in it. Otherwise, they're not going to be really used for anything. Yes, I could toss the Soul Ring into a deck easily. But besides that, and it's like the My Cabbages, the card's value in that Avatar Secret Layer was abysmal. But the artwork, it's nostalgic.
That's the type of thing that you get it, and you want people to see it and react to it.
Yeah.
Right? You want to evoke that reaction from the player.
Like, we can see your reaction if this is the right binder, because I do have a second binder of Avatar as well, because I'm getting the Eternal set.
Yep.
But yes, this is the right one, I believe. So I have My Cabbages, the Secret Layer.
Oh, yep, there it
artworks.
is.
And it like evokes something in you. So if you looked at them online in terms of the Cabbages artwork, they are very thematic. I'm a fan.
It invokes in Avatar fans, oh, yeah, My Cabbages. And it invokes in your parents, why'd you spend money on that?
Or from a pure MTG player, oh my gosh, these cards are completely useless. Why would you have bought them?
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna go out there and say I was not a fan of Avatar for the most part.
I very much was.
I like the set. I was a fan of the Avatar set. I watched through the series once, and I'm happy having watched it once. I do not need to do it again. Those are my personal opinions.
Our somewhat of a regular, Greg there, he watched that, I feel like, more than once.
Oh, yeah, and so has my wife and my daughter. I've done my time, but I'm happy to play with the cards. You know, I love the cards.
Okay, 2 great cards in terms of abilities. I got another Electro Assaulting Battery.
Oh, nice.
But also Miles Morales, very playable card as well. Cost is a little high on it, but the abilities with the Vigilance, Trample, and the pumping abilities on it, just it's again great. But again, it's part of the Eternal set, so the only ways to get these ones are from collector boosters. Mm-hmm. I have a few issues with that as well. I know we talked about it, but it limits it for casual players.
Yeah, so when you're talking about like the Eternal sets like that, I feel like there should be an alternate outlet. Maybe not necessarily like alternate arts and stuff. Collector's boosters, I get it. But, you know, unless it's a specific thing, you know, it being part of the set is part of the set. Now, if you're talking like a specific art box, I forget what they're called, the scene boxes, right, where you're guaranteed to get those specific cards, maybe don't include it in this because that's the feature of that thing.
Yeah.
Right? But
Also print a demand on it.
Yeah.
Or enough of them.
Yeah. I don't think those Eternal sets should really, I don't know.
They're gatekeeping.
Yeah.
So no Soulstone.
No, I did just finish all 12 packs. No Soulstone. So I will say, out of 2 play booster boxes and 1 collector booster box and 3 loose box packs, I got 1 Soulstone, 1 regular version. I'm very happy with that. But I was hoping for more to include them in a few decks. Because the 1 card I have is 100% going in my Deadpool deck. It has to. I don't see another reason for it to exist for me personally, because I think It's powerful but humorous.
Do you think they're going to be adding the stones, the rest of them in Marvel later this year?
Absolutely.
So
No,
they-
not in the single set. No.
I'm pretty sure they have confirmed that there is a single Soul Stone coming in the superheroes. Not Soul Stone.
Infinity Stone.
Infinity Stone coming in the next Marvel set.
It's a matter of which one.
I don't even know that I heard which one.
Oh, I doubt they have. That will probably be locked down tight.
There have been, I think, like 12 total cards released from the new one.
More than that because they released some of the cards from the Commander decks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Spoiled then.
Spoiled.
Yeah. Not like they
yeah.
did with Ninja Turtles. Those
Yeah,
were
not,
released.
not physically released.
I do not recall seeing Doctor Strange in any of those cards, so I feel like it won't be the time stone.
Yeah, I don't know because they already did a Doctor Strange promo card for I think it was Atlanta.
Oh,
But
MagicCon?
we don't know much about what's actually coming in that set yet. Just because Doctor Strange wasn't in the 12 spoilers.
I mean, yes, it is not much to go off of.
The magic of the internet.
But I feel like Power Stone needs to be probably early on.
Okay.
It's a guess. A very, very low information-based guess.
Yeah, okay. We'll go with that.
As to the secret lairs, I bought I think 3 total now, all for my spouse. I bought the Sonic ones to get Shadow.
Okay.
This one right here actually.
So I brought 3 today just because
Funny
I,
enough,
I have a lot I
Horizon
need
Zero
to
Dawn.
I need to open these still.
And I bought the upgrade for Mothman, which was the Rad set technically or something. Like
Yes, it
Yep.
was.
Okay.
I don't have to open them on stream, but I wanted to open these today just to start getting them ready to be put in decks.
Yeah.
And there are secret cards in that. There's not guaranteed to be.
For the bonus slot at the end.
Yes.
I actually will open this one now because I do want to show, because I don't think you look much into secret layers. I don't think you have much attention or care to them.
Not really, no.
So Eddie Unchained is the one right here. This one was a Iron Maiden. They had 2 Iron Maiden drops, but this was the one that I purposely bought because I think you'll enjoy a couple of cards that they put new art on.
Okay.
Very good power level on. I personally wanted these 2 out of. Oh, I grabbed 3. These 2 out of the set. Oh, Howling Mind was in it too. I just love Howling Mind.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, very thematic.
Okay. Now, this one, I think, is fantastic.
Yeah, so if you want to explain for some people,
Okay. So, for this one, it's Eddie the Judge, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to pronounce those.
the original name.
The original name. It's printed really small, and I'm going to butcher it. Bruvak the Grandelinquent, or something like that. Anyway, it's 1 blue, 2 others for a 1/4 human advisor. If an opponent would mill 1 or more cards, they mill twice that many cards instead. So, for a mill deck where you're talking like, okay, maybe we'll put it in Jace's Erasure, maybe we'll put in the Water Crystal, it's going to just add 4 cards to everything milled. This is going to start very, very quickly cutting into the opponent's deck.
Well, so
Very quickly.
as you're seeing that before you go on to the next one, I will say something I loved about this secret layer particularly, which is one of the reasons I bought it, because I have 0 attachment to Iron Maiden, is
So I'm a fan of Iron Maiden. I don't mind Iron Maiden.
I actually have no attachment or even really knowledge of them, but they thematically made this drop. It's very undead artwork, and
Yes.
they made the whole piece mill centered. So these 2 cards right here are also very. Whenever an opponent loses life, that player mills that many cards. For this one, whenever a horror you control deals combat damage to a player, that player mills that many cards. They made it thematic across the whole.
Yep.
And I think that's something that's been lost in a lot of secret layers. I think this was one that came out and it kind of was overlooked in terms of that aspect of it because people just saw the value of the couple cards that I popped in front of you.
I hand those back to you.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't as much a fan as Nekusar, the Mind Razor.
Yeah, okay, so kind of like Howling Mine, you're giving away draw power. Now, unlike Howling Mine, that has a little bit of a win con built into it.
Yeah.
You're dealing damage, but
I think it's a fun commander to build around for when you're not a hardcore player, when you're for more casual.
yes, as
And
a
that's how I like
commander
to
to
play.
build arold, I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what I try and strive for a lot of my purchases. I'm not Rube Goldberging it like you and min-maxing the entire deck.
Well, I mean,
I'm pretty sure
with
the
that
last,
commander, you can do that too.
I'm pretty sure the
Okay.
last deck of yours I played against you, it was equip all the equipment to Captain America.
It was very straightforward.
Incidentally, it's been a while.
It has. I'm gonna put my secret layers in my secret layer box.
Oh, well.
I might have just a couple.
Just a couple.
Okay.
Unsleeved,
I've-
outrageous.
Yeah, because I just opened them and I haven't sleeved them yet, and
Seriously,
I still have other.
no charge. You can just have. I buy these things in bulk.
scaring you.
He does buy them in bulk.
But yeah, no, there are a lot of mine that are already in decks for secret layers because, like, for the Sonic one, I can't remember the name of the golden Sonic card where Sonic is powered. That I think is a 7-drop, and it just, to me, in an equipment deck, it was just a no-brainer to use. I can't remember it for the life of me right now.
All right. Nope, that's not my phone. My fingerprint's not going to work on it.
Super State.
Super State.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that card. And again, I'm not playing for EDH level. I'm not playing for like high tier. I like playing 2 and 3. Yeah, do I like throwing in a couple super power cards for being a little mean at times? Sure, but it's not part of the win con, and it will never go off consistently.
I don't mind 2 and 3. I like 4.
And I see that about you.
Okay. I like 4. I don't know that I like 5.
I can get behind that. I don't think I would be keen on playing that because it's more predictable in the sense of what people have to put into their decks.
That's a big part of it.
I'm not sure how many Tier 5 decks I've seen.
You probably have never seen one in person.
Uh,
I don't even think he
what
would build
about
one.
that one deck a couple weeks back I saw at your place?
My Captain America deck? Or?
No, it wasn't yours. It was a friend of yours.
At my house?
Yes.
Someone brought a deck.
Yes.
I wasn't there, but I remember you telling me about it.
It was really, really nasty.
So, for context, my confusion is because I have a baby, I have dogs, and I have a busy life, and my memory sometimes escapes me. So, I am not remembering who came over my house when you were there. We've also had a lot of people over recently with the move and everything else. Once I sleeve it though, you can't tell me that this artist drop bringing
Okay,
back.
first off, that's a fantastic card.
Oh, Armageddon's amazing, but it came with this 4-card drop, bringing back. It's the one
Wait,
in
hang
front
on.
of me.
Is this all the paladins?
So here's your reminder.
Oh, okay. Jarrett builds nasty decks.
Yes. But I didn't
Yes,
know
he
what tier
does.
that was.
Okay.
So this is the Kieran Yanner Secret Layer drop. I was able to secure. I was actually able to get to the front of the line on it. I got 2 of the foil, 2 of the non-foil, and I'm not one of the people trying to buy these to resell them. I wanted 4 demonic tutors for my decks. It's the only place I could affordably get them because I was paying the same for the drop for 4 cards that I would need to pay for 1 demonic tutor.
So,
It was
the
a
drops are
no-brainer.
30 for non-foil and 40 for foil typically.
$29.99 and $39.99. Yes.
So 30 and 40.
Yes.
That's for simple
Hey,
math.
I'm being
This is
specific
for
for you.
simple
This
math
was the
here. So
bonus
we're
card in
talking $140 to get 4 cards is cheaper than just straight up buying the 4 cards.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That tells you how unportable some of these cards are.
So now the Lord of the Pit, not super playable today,
not
but
in a power deck.
not in a power deck. But you know, originally when I was playing, that was a power card, and I loved it.
Yeah. Oh, foiling on my secret layer drop for the office. That is very unfortunate.
Yeah.
They were not foiled when I opened them, so the air got to them.
They were foiled when you opened it. They were not pringled.
They were not
when you
pringled.
opened it. But magic
Yes.
cards do not magically foil themselves.
If your house,
And this is where sleep really is beneficial
if
to people.
the humidity in your house is able to foil non-foil cards, you have a great investment there.
Yeah, I would be doing swimmingly for my magic collection. Okay, but also like Heliod, the sun god, but as Dwight Schrute. I know a lot of people were mad at the secret layer. I'm a huge Office fan. I absolutely love this drop, and I was mad after I hit buy and I didn't buy 2. I bought a single drop of it, and I kicked myself after it because I do love the Office, and I think that's where Magic's going to do well to bring people into the game. I think there's a way to do to do Universes Beyond correctly, and I think Secret Layers is the way to do that.
Okay.
It's not required. Like when you're buying a set and there's something gate kept in terms of collector booster, I think that is an inappropriate way of bringing gatekeeping someone out of the ability to do something. But when it's a secret layer drop, it is not going to be in standard rotation. It's not going to be something that is highly collected so that like 100 people I run into are going to have this card in their decks. It's going to be a few people. So it's not going to be something that you come across often.
So a secret layer I'd like to see, now that you mentioned that, and I keep bringing up I want them to do Star Trek, don't cancel Star Trek, please, is Firefly would be a good secret layer.
They're bringing that back, the TV show.
I keep hearing that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'll believe it when I see it.
But in the meantime,
man, I want to see it.
It'd be a good secret layer.
Thematics. Again, I do think they should have stuck with Mark Rosewater's original statement like 4 years ago where he said they'll always be Magic adjacent. I think Firefly is Magic adjacent enough, but I think so many things are not that they've done.
I mean,
my wife got it, but Furby. I got her the confetti super foil or whatever it was, but the amount of money to spend on that and something that annoys me so much, I just...
So what you're saying is recently you bought Furby stuff and it annoys you. Furbies.
Yes, but I'm trying to get at the point that it's more so that it's Furbies in Magic.
All right, because I'm sure no one else around here happens to have new Furbies in their house.
Despise Furbies.
And how many new ones are in your house right now?
4 or 5.
Except for they're not cards, they're actual Furbies.
Yep. But okay. So we opened these things.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we should go over.
Yes. So one card we know is in here is Blasphemous Act.
Yep. There's been at least one Blasphemous Act in this podcast. That's fine. So Commander of the one that I opened is Anti-Ul Curse Reg. I feel like if anybody is gonna know these, this is probably like V1. This one is red, black, green, and one other 4/4 with Ward Blight 2. So Ward is counter spell that targets it unless the Ward cost is paid, and Blight 2 is put 2 -1/-1 counters on a creature you control. So you got to unpower your creatures to target this. And then whenever 1 or more -1/-1 counters are put on a creature, draw a card if you control that creature, and if you don't control it, its controller loses 1 life. So this lets you hurt other players or gives you cards for putting -1/-1 counters on things. Loss of synergy here with abilities like Persist, Blight, which is a big part of the set,
Huge part of the set.
and other things that are going to inflict those -1/-1 counters. Infect, for example.
Is Infect in the set?
No, but you can easily incorporate it into the deck.
No, I get that. I love Infect as a mechanic, and I don't nearly own enough. So I would love to have more of that pop up in current standard product for me to open.
You love Infect, hate being infected.
Yes, very much so.
So then, as I'm looking through this, of course, there's going to be -1/-1 counters and some stuff. Wicker Smith's Tools gives you more payout for putting those counters on things. And then there's just a lot of stuff in there. Now, there are, of course, changes that I would make to this deck, and some cards that I probably am going to add into here. But there's some really, really good stuff. And out of the box, as I'm looking through this is a solid deck out of the box. If you were going to start in Magic, just buying one, I think this is a good starting place.
What's your thoughts on how they've been handling that as a whole lately in terms of Commander precons? I think they've been ebbing and flowing personally. I think they've hit some really great marks. Like this one sounds, because I've not reviewed this. I bought it, but haven't reviewed it.
Yep.
But I think there were some big whiffs back recently.
There have been. And even within the Final Fantasy set itself, you saw some of that.
I will say the one I bought from Edge of Eternity, so I think is a absolutely great one.
Yep. The things that I think they do really well are the ones that operate outside of the normal deck spectrum, if you will. Like that one, where you are sacrificing your own lands and playing off of that, playing multiple lands or from your graveyard's mechanic. And that one, that's a solid deck.
My Doctor Who one seems a bit weak.
But you love it.
I love it because it's Doctor Who, not because I think it's strong.
The thing that I see about the Doctor Who deck is I see that tends to have a fairly large board state fairly quickly. And so that is, at least in my experience playing against that one, I think that is a strength. However, practically what it does, either it hasn't been used against me to its full potential, or it lacks some of that combo and punch that I would want to see in a deck.
That is what I would identify from that deck specifically, that I've not seen it have that follow through at the end. It has so much ramp, makes you a target, and then it doesn't have the follow through to do the final punch to something.
Yes,
right.
I agree with that.
And the reason I said that first
once.
point, the reason that I said that first point is the last time that I played against that deck, you pulled out a card and said, "I don't think I've seen this one before." And I've played against it several times. I can't be the only one that you play against with that deck. So, like, the fact that there's still parts of it that you haven't seen makes me think that maybe there's combo pieces in there that just haven't been
Shuffled
Could
into
be.
a convenient spot.
you know. But I don't know. It's not my deck. I haven't gone through it. I've only played against it.
So something's interesting about this other commander deck. It's a 5-card commander deck. This,
Yep,
5 color.
5 color.
Yep.
5 card
that's
commander
pretty
deck.
impressive.
You
Yeah.
are not the first person today to say that either.
Hey, I'm the person who said that my cards didn't come foils.
Yep, 5.
So,
we're all aware.
It's a it's a 5-color commander deck, Dance of the Elements. It comes with 8 forests and 2 of all the other colors.
So
And
it's
then multi-lands, obviously, but green
Are
is
they
apparently more
Are they
important.
tries or are they duels? Or are they tries and duels?
There's several tries. There's several 1 and pick a colors,
Okay.
but or any color of the commander's identity, so a 5 if you would. But that's interesting in of itself.
I'll pick that.
The commander is Ashling the Limitless, which is actually a red card, but it has the ability to pay all 5 colors to the bottom, which makes it a 5-card commander.
5-card commander.
Yep, 5-card commander. I did it again.
That's apparently what we're doing today.
Elemental spells you cast from your hand have evoke 4, which means you can cast a spell for its evoke cost and sacrifice when it enters. Whenever you sacrifice a non-token element, create a token that's a copy of it. The token gains haste till end of turn. At the beginning of your next end step, sacrifice it unless you pay 1 of each color. And it's a red and 2 colorless. The other optional commander is the Massive Mysteries. It's that weird unicorn-looking thing. It is cost 1 of each color. First strike, vigilance, trample. At the beginning of your combat, on your turn, another target elemental you control gains Myriad, which is whenever it attacks each opponent other than the defending player. For each opponent other, you may create a token copy that's tapped and attacking, and that player or planeswalker they control exile tokens at the end of combat. So it's very much about creating tokens of creatures.
Yep. Now, I will say with Myriad, there are ways of skipping that sacrifice trigger or that exile trigger. So you can create the Myriad and then they just stay.
Sounds lovely.
I don't think they're in that deck, but it can happen.
There's also shapeshifters in here, so that's fun.
I like shape-shifting cards. I like clone cards. I think they're a great mechanic.
I am also a fan of shapeshifters, and specifically changelings. A good one, I think, can very easily fit into a good tribal deck.
I was really mad that, again, the pros and cons of Secret Layers is the Secret Layer commander deck they made. I absolutely love that 5-color commander. I can't remember its name off the top of my head.
Okay.
I will look it up.
So this is a fun card in here. So I was looking that up. Endurance.
Okay.
It is 2 green, 1 colorless. Flash, reach, evoke, exile a green card from your hand. When this creature enters, up to 1 target player puts all the cards from their graveyard at the bottom of their library in a random order. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're playing against a mill deck.
Yes.
Target yourself, put it all back.
Suckers. Especially if you play it against Mathemagics.
Could be a lifesaver.
It could be.
Oh my gosh, I want that card so bad.
We all want that card so bad.
Yep.
I saw that come out and I was like, yes, please.
So I'm looking through this deck, and one thing that I was going to say about buying commander decks in general, they do tend to come with a lot of multi-use lands and or utility lands. Mm-hmm. So we're looking at Nesting Grounds here, for example. This is one that was in the Final Fantasy Counter Blitz as well, and it allows you to move a counter from a creature to another creature. Right?
Yeah.
Which is awesome if you're going to do like proliferating stuff, you know, or in this case, if you need to move a -1/-1 counter off of your creature to an opponent's creature, it's a great utility land for that. But as I'm looking through, there are also a lot of like black-green, red-black, and if you are a newer player looking to, yep,
That's a powerful card.
It's the 5 cost is really limiting.
that's the restriction there is the 5 cost.
But it's reusable.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice.
If you are a newer player looking to build your mana base, grabbing a couple commander decks of similar colors is a great way to get some of those dual lands, as well as building your collection, and maybe making a functional, you know, a really solid commander deck.
Hence why I own 27 pre-con commander decks.
And also, if you're making the commander deck, you don't really care about the commander deck you're buying for the lands. You can buy one of the lesser expensive ones too.
Right, that's another thing I was going to say is look for which ones are going to be on the less expensive side. Typically, and lately, I think the in-universe commander sets, commander boxes have been the less expensive ones, whereas like the Final Fantasy ones, they originated, you know, $80. They spiked up to over $100.
So Rekheld's asking, what's the average cost? I will say these ones, because they still have the price tag on them, These Lorwyn ones for $50.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, but yes, the fancy ones, if you would,
Yeah.
are more. That Edge of Eternity is one I think I got at like 65,
Yep.
but it was also not here. It was further south of here
Yeah.
because we happened to be going through and I did a spur of the moment. But so did you that same day.
Yeah.
We were on the way back from a concert anyway.
I'm just still trying to also find that. I chose the wrong method. I went through Scryfall because it does an amazing job of going through all the different secret layers that we've had.
Okay.
But the problem with that is it looks like they literally chose to omit the commander deck. Nope, they didn't. It took me going down like 80 secret layers because they have one every week.
Almost.
So it's a.
There was a little break after the last issue.
Yeah, they did have a pretty big break. The Monster Hunters.
Yes.
Yep.
Monster Hunters.
But when that went kaput, they had a bit of a break.
They threw on the brakes real hard on that, and I was very thankful because
You mean your wallet was thankful?
I was literally about to make the statement like my wallet needed a rest. But more from the Boundless. Great shapeshifter. High cost to get it on the board, 7.
Right.
But I just love things that deal with 5 colors. I love the Spiderman that has the 5 color cost. Aang with his 5 color pieces. I'm in the works of trying to build a 5 color deck right now with a lot of those intermingled pieces. And
Oh, do I have the deck for you then?
no, I thought about dismantling it because I already bought it, but I really like keeping those decks as is for people who come to my house and potentially need a starting point to play something. Because when you modify it, you obviously make it more, not necessarily efficient, like yes, efficient, but you're also making it more powerful, which has nuances that can make things more complicated for a newer player.
Flying fish.
That makes me think of the Dan secret
That's
layer that's
why I
coming out.
brought it up.
Are you going to be
It's not
purchasing the
Dan, but
Wait, there's an upcoming one?
Dan
Yeah.
is coming out March.
Oh.
I will be purchasing that because I want to play Dan with someone, and it's really hard to actually get yourself a Dan deck because of the
the cards are so old.
and expensive because
Yeah.
they're old and people buy them for Dan
Right.
now.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the options on the list we've never done because
It's
we
hard to
don't
build a
have
deck.
it.
Yeah. No, I don't think I put it on there.
Oh, I thought you did.
I
do know that
considered it. But,
Dan has brought up Dan a few times.
Yep.
How convenient.
I was thinking about making a more modern Dan setup.
How do you go about that? How do you make a more modern Dan? Because
You replace the cards. You're not running Dan. You run the rule set for Dan with newer cards that are easier to get.
like a different card would be your win con.
Yeah.
See, I've never played it, so I didn't know that was something that you could do with it.
Well, I mean, Commander was originally a made-up game, not made by Wizards, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like instead
No
of
reason you
Dan,
can't
which
make up your
is
own rule set.
primarily a blue deck, right? It's entirely blue. You run it with instead of Dan, like Phoenix Fleet Airship.
I like that card.
Right. I knew you would get on board with that.
Yeah.
So you make a black deck that is based around getting these Phoenix Fleet airships, making the tokens, but also you put in some control in there to limit what your opponent can do before they get their fleet online.
I'd like to see you build this then. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're making Sky Battles. The Sky Battle deck.
So, but you're
Fleet
taking
Commander.
that rule set for Dan and just applying it to a different set of cards.
Right. No reason why not.
But still a great entry point for a lot of people, including myself, would be getting that secret layer Dan. And they
Yes.
better print to demand. Because it's literally a product that you're trying to make accessible to people who don't have the accessibility for. That is they did some kind of verbiage in their announcements about how they wanted to let people try this format out. And they even finally incorporated the original creator of it into it, where they built it without telling him. And then once a bunch of people gave him Wizards backlash on that, they finally reached out to him, and he did a post announcing that like they brought him on, and they're gonna make some edits to it, which is why it was delayed, so that he can have input in the final product. Which I'm grateful that they're doing that. So
Yeah,
they're actually doing.
that's amazing.
They're doing some updates on it.
It'd be great if they also put it online on MTG Arena.
Yeah, don't know if they'll do that, but that'd be awesome. But given the fact that they're bringing a person on board who's a huge advocate of accessibility, that is something that he did to really make it. It was a format he wanted to be accessible, and I think having him on board will allow him to at least push them into the direction of doing something print to demand. They only do it for their charity pieces, and it's like, that is wonderful. Do it for everything. Won't have to wait in line.
Yeah. One other thing that I was going to say about these pre-con decks. Now, my play group, we have a thing that we do. We call it Brawl, but it's different.
Pseudo Brawl.
Yeah, we play some games as 60-card commander decks, right?
And that's online on MTG Arena. That's standard.
There is a standard Brawl variant on MTG Arena. But what you can do with these is you can take this pre-con and cut 40 cards out. Now you've got a 60-card Brawl deck, and honestly, this deck has some stuff in here that I would just not want in here.
Now, I will say it's easier to do with that one than it's going to be to do with this one.
But yeah, 5 color cutting 40, that'd be...
Yeah. And you're going to have to really look at the mana base doing it that way as well.
I was going to say, cut out all the land.
Land out, I'll play landless.
But I think it makes the deck more effective when you do that. You cut out some of the stuff that was kind of fillery. You cut out some of the options. It makes the deck more stable because you're going into those key options more regularly. And I do not mind taking, a pre-con, cutting it down to a 60, and calling it a Brawl deck. I've done that several times, and it's worked out really, really well.
I do like the idea of it in terms of making it more consistent, because that is one of the problems with Commander, but it's also one of the benefits and strengths of Commander. It's that you have so many potentials of variations and playthroughs that it's never going to feel the same when you're playing your deck. It will play familiar, but not the same.
Right.
And that would give it that consistency.
In most cases. In a lot of cases with Commander, though, it's so heavily built around the Commander specifically that you're looking for certain key pieces and or just variants of those key pieces because they had a slightly different way of doing the same thing with a different name. And you're just trying to have that same win strategy across the board.
What's your thought? I do have a commander deck that's that. My red commander deck, mono red, is absolutely the same game every time.
Yeah.
Turn 1.
Well, yeah,
turn
all the
2,
cards
land,
in the
turn
deck.
3 land commander. Let's go.
What's your thoughts on partners? I think sometimes it eliminates some of that same win con every single time.
So I don't mind partner cards or companion cards or any of the other variants of these things.
The homebrew methods of just you put anything in the sets.
And we, around Christmas time, played a set where it was in the command zone, you had your commander, you had a background, you had a class, and you had an equipment artifact. All in your command zone.
I will say on that one, it was a little nicer than having a partner. Because on those when they go back to command zone, only the commander increments the counter.
Right.
Well, with the partner also increments the counter.
Yeah.
Like my Doctor Who deck.
Yes. So, and it made the games, I don't know, I think it made them a lot of fun.
Oh, it was very
It
fun.
was an extremely fun
It was
variant on that command zone. But having 4 cards in the command zone is way far out of the realm of what Magic officially is willing to do. They don't even really want 3.
Oh, no. But I was already thinking when you said it, because I've never played a style that way, if my Captain America deck had that ability.
I would die faster.
Yeah. Because that really streamlines your win cons.
Mm-hmm. It can.
If you're building anything above a 2, it's...
So, yeah. And there's a lot of fun variants that you can play, and starting with one of these precons, it's not a bad starting point. Either from building your own or reducing it down to a 60, or any of those variants.
He's a lot more comfortable doing that than I am. I don't like to edit precons.
I don't mind editing precons as long as I'm building it to be either more consistent, taking out completely irrelevant cards that they sometimes provide in these, or making it more powerful. Not necessarily that, because they didn't make commander decks for Avatar.
They need a bagel and schmear deck, just saying.
Biggest missed opportunity in Magic in the last 10 years, not making Avatar commander decks.
I was a little sad about that too.
More so than the cabbages being gone.
Here's what they need to do. They
Four elements, 4 decks. Make a 5th one if you want in terms of an Avatar deck.
They
easy
need to make a food deck and have either a secret lair or a full set of the Muppets, so your commander can be the Swedish chef.
Okay, now that you've said it though, I don't put it past them doing a Muppet Secret Lair.
Well, here's the thing. They need to do it now because I learned last week, apparently Bernie knew before me, that the advertisement for Lorwyn, they did a little video of it, and it was made by Jim Henson Productions. They were Muppets. It's wonderful.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, it's amazing.
It is fantastic. It's a little musical between the day and the night. It's Jim Henson. And the second I went, this is Muppets, and then it was.
Yep. And I in our last podcast, 2 podcasts ago, I was talking a lot about the lore of Lorwyn, and I think it was very true to that. I had a little bit of a hard time distinguishing specific creatures, I guess. But
I'm pretty sure the main characters were some sort of bat.
Maybe
they have the bat nose and ears,
so I think it was actually really good and really well done. Now we are kind of getting towards the edge of our time here.
Yeah,
and I do want to talk about TMNT.
Yes. So TMNT got spoiled.
Sure, we can call it that.
Pre-released?
That's closer to what I would call it.
Because it was a pre-release, but not the right one.
So it got spoiled, but of the cards we found, I have it up. I don't know if you already have it.
I have mine up, so
okay.
There's a few that we'd like to talk about specifically.
A couple for me, 3 for you.
Yep. So do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
You should start, because alternating, I have less.
Okay. So the first one that I want to talk about is Super Shredder. I am a big fan of black in general as a card, and it's a 1/1 for 2 mana, so it's cheap and playable. It has menace, so you're instantly making it hard to block early, because they have to have a decently developed board state.
Yeah.
And then it has, whenever another permanent leaves the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Super Shredder, right? So when you are playing your fetch lands, that is a permanent leaving the battlefield. It's not a permanent you control, so when your opponents also play their fetch lands, he gets a counter. Now, he doesn't have any built-in protection, so he is slightly susceptible to control. I guess there's that downside. But I think he's going to be a very powerful card in this set. And right up my alley. I like this card.
I identified it. I wanted it early.
Yeah. It's a good card.
I suspect a lot of players who play black do. I don't play a lot of black decks, I will say. Turtles in Time is the one I picked out first.
Yep.
It is 2 blue, 5 colorless, sorcery. Return all creatures to their owner's hands. Each player may shuffle their hand and graveyard into the library. Then each player who does draws 7 cards. Exile Turtles in Time. It's a board reset, which is very blue.
It's a board and hand reset.
Yeah. And hand, yes. It's a game reset, I should say. It is similar, though not the same, to Transallure Clock Tower, which I have in that Doctor Who deck, which is it's a land. Tap 1 for blue, put a time counter on, tap it, blue and 1 other color of any sort. You have to remove 12 time counters, exile it, shuffle your graveyard and your hand into your library. So it's a more powerful version because it's not just you, it's everyone. And this is one I've been wanting to play on people and never get it up to 12 counters. So with Turtles in Time, it's something I'll be able to do on everyone and not just myself.
And it's just, unless they have a way of stopping it,
and
it's
countering 7 mana. Instead of trying to get through 12 turns, I can do it in, well, I don't know, 8.
Yep. Assuming you have no ramp.
Yes, assuming no ramp. Might be able to do it sooner, which, to be fair, the clock tower could be done sooner if someone proliferated the time counters, but you're never that nice.
I've proliferated your cards before.
Yes, but not that card.
All right, before I move on to my next one, Jimmy, do you have any cards from this set that you want to talk about?
I just want.
Okay.
I want Kitsune's technique. I think it's got some really evil aspects that you can do with it, with sneaking it in, and the target opponent mills half their library rounded up.
Especially if you can use that other thing and double the number of cards that they mill.
I personally think this set is going to have some broken aspects to it, and I think people will get mad at some of it.
And let me guess, you're going to mix that card. That deck's also going to have Mathemagics in it. It's just going to be a mill deck.
And I have all these secret layer mill cards too, so
Right, that's what I was saying. I think that it's a solid card, right? I think that when you're talking about things like that, especially with blue, mill is right now more accessible than it has been in Commander.
So long, yeah.
Yeah.
Commander, it's always been such a hard win con. I've seen mill decks in Commander that just struggle to get off the ground.
Yep. Well, the other thing about mill is it tends to be target player.
Yeah.
One player. And when you're talking Commander, usually and officially, it's supposed to be a 4-player game.
Yeah.
And that makes it tough.
Yeah.
4-player, yes, definitely only 4.
Yes, you can do less or more, but
We've done more. We've had an 8-player before.
Yep.
and let me guess, 4.5, 5 hours later.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
One player gets a turn every half hour.
Hey, I was taking my turns quickly. That's how I won the tournament. I didn't win from the game. I won from not taking too long to play.
In that particular one, we had a time penalty on points for taking a turn more than. What did I set the limit at? 2 minutes?
Yes, it was 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
And I only went over once.
So is this either of your cards?
It's not one of mine.
No, it's
Because I wanted to talk about this one too, because I'm a huge fan of the Deadpool card, and this kind of breaks the game like Deadpool and like silver bordered cards from the unsets.
Okay.
But I can dive in that after.
Okay. So the next one that I want to talk about is Bebop and Rocksteady.
Fun name.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
Okay. So for anybody who hasn't,
Yes.
this is one colorless, and then 1 or 2 black-green hybrids. So 3 mana cost. It is a legendary Boar Rhino Mutant. It is power and toughness 7/5. Bear in mind 7/5 for 3 mana.
Yeah.
Whenever it attacks or blocks, you have to sacrifice a permanent unless you discard a card. Now, I'm just going to put this out there. Dark Ritual exists. It's very easy to drop this turn 1.
Yeah.
And a 7/5 turn 1, when you've got a mostly full hand, I think that's too brutal to ignore.
Yeah. I think it's going to be right in line with Super Shredder and with if you sneak in the Kitsune appropriately with some other things. I am not understating that I think parts of this set will be broken, but I do think people will also find ways to counter them. I think there will be ways with what's currently in Standard or even in Commander. Like there's just, I think they're giving us enough flexibility now to have really broken things if we want them, but then to also have other answers.
Yeah. So, and again, with Super Shredder, this is very susceptible to control.
Yeah.
Right? There's no protection for this. And if you drop it turn 1, you've used your Dark Ritual for something that is very, very susceptible to control. So
It's being mentioned to us that a Pirate Ritual is the red version of Dark Ritual.
yes, so red has a lot of rituals. There's a bunch of red rituals. What?
I said, yeah.
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 So the next card, funny enough, that I was going to mention was Dark Ritual. But not just because it exists, because it's existed before that, because of the art on it. So it shows Splinter sprinkling olives on a pizza that already has peppers and anchovies, the whole fish, just eyes and all, just the whole
I
anchovy.
will say thematic. I hate that card already in terms of, like, it's a dark ritual.
It is absolutely disgusting, I want to say. And underneath it says, Esposito, my liege, grant me the flavor I am due. And then the quote is by Splinter, the Nibblemancer. And he's reading from a cookbook that looks like a magic book and listening to a Walkman. And this is such a disgusting card. I know it's going to get used against me, and I already hate you for it.
He'll use a different art.
Would you consider this a blasphemous act?
What about it?
No, like
The what's going on in that card?
Absolutely. That is a blasphemous act. We need to get a copy of this card and destroy it on.
don't destroy a dark ritual. It's a great card.
I said a copy.
Like proxy of it.
No, a real one.
Don't.
We've destroyed real cards on the show before. Come on.
The first card I ever destroyed was with you recently because it was one that got minorly damaged already, and I really did want to see the interior of the card. And it was even painful to do that for me. That was already partially damaged. I can't bring myself to damage property.
So what you're saying is I need to drop this in front of your dog.
Which one?
The one that destroys everything.
That's the one that just passed.
No, the other one.
Scrappy.
The one who I've seen eat like 4 different toys.
Okay, Huck eats everything. That's not
still
destroying
wrong, dog.
things.
Maisie, I'm talking about Maisie.
Maisie just destroys toys.
Yes, that's
Okay.
a toy, technically.
Okay, so a dog. You just need to get it in front of a dog.
That dog. She'll leave no mercy. Anyway.
Do you have another one?
No, that was the other one.
Oh, right, that was the other one.
Dark Ritual, yeah, he brought that one
Yep,
up. And then
okay.
I got Turtles Are Forever. Turtles Forever. I just love the aspect that this is not a silver border card, and it says search your library and or outside the game for exactly 4 legendary creature cards you own with different names, and then reveal those cards. An opponent chooses 2 of them, and put the chosen cards into your hand and then shuffle the rest into your library. Literally bring anything you want to the game.
So we were discussing this
Yes.
last night because I said it was a very unworthy card. Not unworthy, but worthy of the undecks.
Yes.
But this is not something that is also a new thing in Magic.
No, it's
You
not,
have things
but-
like Burning Wish that was definitely not an unset card. That was used in tournament play.
I just love when they're not on cards and they have these.
Right. And don't get me wrong, I think it's amazing.
But there is a
And
rule
it's a
to
4
it.
cost. It's
Yeah.
a 4 cost.
There is a rule to it.
Yes,
So
in
like
tournament
already
Magic.
modified.
It has to be.
In tournament Magic, the cards that you choose
Standard
have
rule.
to be from your sideboard.
So they already know what you're
Yes,
potentially bringing up.
you have 15 choices to work right here on the side.
So, in tournament play. In friendly play, that rule is out
I'm
the
going to go to
window.
my cabinet and I'm going to have my 4 sitting there that you don't know. And
I mean,
So for me, that is 100% a stall tactic. I play that card, I gotta search my several 100,000 card collection
it was behind
and
her
find
head in the last
4
episode.
specific cards.
no, that's not a stall tactic for me in terms of, yes, for you, but like I would have them prepped knowing what like 8, maybe 10 I'd want to pick from, and for the situation,
Yes.
pick my 4.
Yes, I respect my opponents more than doing what I just said. But it is, my point is it's plausible. And there are people out there, I'm assuming many people out there, that have larger collections than me.
Undoubtedly.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Pretty
my
sure there's a
collection
larger
is
collection in this
very
room right
sizable. So not having that narrowed down can absolutely be a very frustrating thing for an opponent. I can see people saying, oh, that's been played, I scoop.
Well, so I'm just saying that, as I've mentioned multiple times before, I have a Deadpool card. I have a Deadpool deck that's half built right now. This 100% is going to be going in it, and if I need to modify my mana and everything, I'm doing it because I already have uncards in there, because this deck is meant to be for fun.
Yeah.
And I have a card that lets you pick a random pack from outside the game, open it, pick 2 cards, put them into play. I have another one that lets you, like, put them into play. Like, you just get the cards.
Watch, that's when you finally get your soul stone.
But that'd be funny. But it's things like that. I have multiple cards that allow you to get things from outside the game and put them on. And I have another one in there just for fun that lets you start a second small game of Magic under the table you're already playing Magic on. Like, these uncards are quirky and hilarious, and I think this fits right
I will
in
say,
line with it.
I've been wanting another unset because I learned about the uncards, 2 years or 3 years after the last one?
Yep.
I want one
Unfinity.
to come out when I'm there and not be about a carnival.
Space Carnival?
Okay, I have a few of those cards, and I've even put them in some friendly decks that we've played where it makes me the card. I thought that was hilarious.
Also, the lands are amazing in Infinity, and I feel like
They
as a
are.
whole, they're awesome in any unset.
Well, the original unset was the first time they printed the full art lands.
Unstable, right?
Unglued.
Unglued, then unstable.
Unglued. And
Then
they,
unhinged.
at the time, they were beautiful. Just
It was one of the best changes they ever made.
It
Full
was
art lands.
absolutely amazing. And I'm a big fan of that.
Oh yeah.
Side note, I will say that because I've said it twice in 2 days now, I feel like the next set should be called Unworthy. I think that'd be a great name for an unset.
Okay, I could see that.
Given the state of Magic as of late and the Hasbro lawsuit and everything, unmanaged. I think that's the more appropriate current environmental name.
Unguided.
Yeah.
All right, we are again running short on time. I got one more to talk about.
Yes.
Okay, and this one is transdimensional bovine.
Oh, for a cow deck.
Yes, for a cow deck. Although this is specifically an ox, but it is
The rest of them.
1 green, 2 others. It is a 0/4 ox avatar. It flies, and it has tap to add 2 mana of any one color.
I will say it's not the first flying ox.
It is not the first
There was
flying
Holy
ox.
Cow.
But for,
Well, that
for
can
you,
go in an avatar
that's,
deck.
Yep, that's the art there. Big
that-
fan of the art.
Disturbing one.
If you can't,
Wait, it's a
if you don't know
3
what
cost
this
that
is,
adds 2 mana.
yeah, it's a 3 cost that adds 2.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's
And
going to be a
four-
good
four
card.
defense. No,
It's
that sounds-
hilarious, kind of disgusting, and
And if
It's
Biz
funny.
starts playing, 100% going to go in her cat, bovine, whatever deck that all has animals.
Yes. We're being told Ice Age has some good ones. I don't know what that was a reference to.
Ice
but-
Age is
it's
really old.
It's a
set.
very old set.
No, good ones.
Good.
Cows or
Cows.
ox.
Oh, cows.
Yeah,
Okay.
or ox. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they were ox at first. My little one is a little testy.
Well, it sounds like they're trying to tell us we're almost out of time here. So,
Well, we are almost out of time
I
here.
might need to step away.
why don't we wrap it up right here?
Yep.
We do plan on coming back, obviously, for season 1, episode 6 here at some short order. We'll post the actual time once we know it.
Yep.
In the meantime, thank you everyone for joining us in person and online.
Yep.
And this has been Blasphemous Act. Have a good week, everyone.
Bye.
If I can get the mouse to work.
Damn!